I have always loved going on road trips and taking pictures to help me remember all the fun things I did. When I was only 6 years old, my family drove to Washington. On the way there, we camped in the Badlands in South Dakota and in Yellowstone National Park. We drove through Iowa, South Dakota, Minnesota, Montana, Idaho, and Washington. We saw all kinds of wildlife and awesome scenery. Another trip that I went on was with my high school youth group to Colorado. I got to go to Pikes Peak and also went whitewater rafting, hiking, rock climbing, rappelling, and many other things I had never done before. These trips were great, and the memories will last for a long time. One way that I am reminded of all the good times is through all the pictures I have from each trip. Photography is an amazing thing. A person can take a digital picture of anything, and within minutes it can be on the internet. Phones, computers, and many other things can now take digital pictures. But the digitalization of images is only a recent development in the history of photography. When I was 6 years old and riding in a van to Washington, I had never heard of a digital camera, let alone a phone that could take pictures. So what did people use before the digital camera? Well, everybody used analog cameras and film. These cameras are still used today by many photographers. In my photography class in high school, I learned how to use an analog camera and film. This is how I did it. The first thing that you do is load a canister of film into the camera. This film is what the pictures you take will be on before they are printed. When a picture is taken, the film is exposed to light for the first time. This light hits the film and causes chemical reactions on the film, leaving an image. Once all of the film is used up, it needs to be developed to see the images on the film. In order to be developed, the film must first be taken out of the camera and canister without any light touching it. This is important because if light hits the images on the film, they will be ruined. In order to develop the film, you need a darkroom. A darkroom is a room that only has red colored light in it, and it is used to develop pictures. The red light is needed because it allows you to see without ruining the film. Once inside the darkroom, you remove the film from the canister and roll it onto a developing reel. The reel allows chemicals to touch every part of the film to develop it evenly. The chemicals are used in a special order for certain amounts of time so that pictures turn out correctly. The film is placed in developer and then stop that, and then is rinsed with water. After it has been rinsed, it goes into fixer and then is rinsed again. After the film is developed, the images on the film are called negatives. They are called negatives because the images are opposite of what the final picture will be. The light part on the negatives will be the dark part on the pictures and vice versa. To create a picture from a negative, you use an enlarger to project light through the negative onto light-sensitive photo paper. By projecting the image, it reverses the lights and darks. In the same way that the light left an image on the film, the light will leave an image on the paper. To see this image, the paper must be put through the same chemicals as the film was. Once it is dried, the picture will be a lasting reminder of the great times that you had.